I'm here with Luca Bagna, CEO for Digital Learning at Gruppo Foss. He will explain how integrating open source VR and AR tools with Moodle can revolutionize learning. So, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So, thank you all for being here so late. Luca Bagna, I'm responsible for digital learning business line in Gruppo Foss. And what I'd like to introduce you today is an evolution of the Moodle LMS, well known, into something slightly different. We will be able to show and let understand better what is XR. MoodleXR project aims to extend Moodle LMS capabilities, incorporating immersive, okay. VR and AR experience in a cost-effective solution. We are currently in the feasible study phase, exploring the technical challenges, most of all challenges, of integrating VR AR in Moodle and evaluating the potential application in our target markets, which are institutional and industry reality. The open source approach of Moodle provides several critical advantages that align well with the goals of MoodleXR. First of all, it's cost-effective and accessible. Moodle is free from license fees. Then it has a global community support. The platform is supported by large, active communities of developer, educators, user, strong forum communities that help us to understand and resolve many challenges in development of Moodle solutions. Then we can access to the Moodle source code that allow us to develop very custom solution that align well to our needs. And last, Moodle is a long-term sustainability and independence. That means that without a vendor lock, we will retain full control of our products over all the platform we have developed so far. The foundation of MoodleXR is built on Moodle. I guess that almost everyone knows what Moodle is. It's a learning management system with a strong presence in the global training sector. That means both educational and industry sectors. It has a flexible and extensible architecture and has a modular design that allows seamless integration of every kind of plugins. The community of Moodle provides a lot of useful plugins, but we can develop our own plugins that can integrate very well into the core of Moodle structures. First of all, Moodle is a learning management system, so it has courses organization, grading, assessment, reporting functionality. It has common communication tools like chat, forum, messaging, and so on, also integrated. And we like to extend this functionality in our MoodleXR. And he has a strong attention for data privacy and security. Is compliant with GDPR, for instance. To be able to stream VR and AR content, we are thinking about a well-designed pipeline. First of all, we were going to use tools like Blender and Unity libraries and Gdevelop to create and animate interactive components. Then with WebXR and 3.js, we should be able to stream the VR and AR contents simply through a web browser interface. And probably will be used Nextcloud as a secure content management system and storage system. For another point of view, scalability and accessibility, We will choose Kubernetes as a scaling solution, and we will work hardly to let the content to be useful for everybody, even if they don't own a specific headset. So we'll be vendor-free. We will use Wave as a tool to leverage the usage of the various instruments, and we should be able to deliver the contents even with a desktop or tablet or smartphone. What we have in mind is that no one is going to be left behind, even if they don't possess, for any reason, the adequate instrumentation. We want that everyone will be able to understand and completely use our system. The system will be provided as a cloud solution. We don't deliver it as an on-premise because we think that the cloud solution has more capability of evolving and be updated on a regular basis. What we'd like to integrate into this version of Moodle is the ability to understand how the learning path is going. We are studying Matomo as an analytics and assessment tool to understand the trends of the learning and the teaching activities inside Moodle. And with another tool, which is H5P, we'll be able to design and distribute adaptive contents that can be experience, that can be quizzes, that can be everything that can give us a snapshot of how things are going inside the platform. Providing these two information, one from Matomo, one from the results of HP interaction, we should be able to design adaptive learning path. So to understand precisely which are the needs for the student, for the trainee, we need more attention, the learning path will go in a certain way. For those who are very fast, very competitive, they understand very, very quickly, another path will be presented to them so that no one will ever be annoyed of playing with MoodleXR. On top, on what is already inside Moodle, I spoke about forum, chats, messaging, and whatever. We'd like to introduce a certain kind of social learning. That means that learning should become inside this platform not something that rely only on one person, but we like to introduce a certain kind of sharing of knowledge between peers and not only peers, so that with ranking, with badges, with leaderboards, which are not game related strictly, but which are a sort of recognition of the ability of certain colleagues or students to extend their knowledge to the other person. The knowledge itself could be better understood, better diffused in all the system. If you talk to school or if you talk to industry, no matter of the activity. So, on top of what is inside the Moodle, we are studying the introduction of discourse, of Rocket.chat, and Frame VR, specific this one for the virtual spaces like AR and XR. For the security, the slide says something of what is inside the MoodleXR architecture to ensure security and compliance. OpenVPN, let's encrypt. It is GDPR compliant, as I said before. He has user authentication and access control, SSO and MFA. And he has role-based access controls to limit the content access based on no use role, so that everyone can see exactly what he needs to see. It has many technical challenges. Bandwidth and data compression, first of all, because VR and AR content requires significant bandwidth and storage. We are working on the compatibility across different devices. As I told at the beginning of this presentation, we like that everyone can use the VR and extended content regardless of what they are using or what they are able to use. And so this is a really challenge. And we like to create an interaction standard to ensure that every user has a consistent experience when using MoodleXR. On the challenges on the institutional, that means schools or industry, we understand that can be difficult to understand this kind of approach, which is quite new. And so we are preparing training path for teachers as well as for person expert inside the industry, so they can be able to pass their knowledge to students or colleagues who for the first time go to the MoodleXR ambient. The outcomes and benefits for the academic stakeholder are okay. For the students is an enhanced engagement through immersive and interactive learning. For the educator, they face a flexible and robust teaching tools, and the institution have a scalable, secure, and future-ready platform. For the industrial, maybe it's easier for us to describe the benefits because we are used to work with industry more than institutional and schools. But just to name a few, there are a lot of industry that can have a competitive advantage using MoodleXR. Manufacturing and engineering, for instance, we can simulate complex machinery operation and assembly line workshop. Healthcare and medical industry, for instance, logistics and supply chain, warehouse management, forklift operation, inventory control, for instance. Construction and safety compliance, safety protocol, virtual site inspection, allow workers to practice, identify hazards before actually face them. And lastly, aerospace and defense, aircraft maintenance training, emergency response simulation, and technical diagnosis. These are just a few of the scenarios that we can, in which we can be very effective using MoodleXR. As a final recap of what I said before, the academic impact is an enhanced engagement in retention, remote and hybrid learning, improved learning outcomes in complex subjects, just like STEM subjects. For the industrial impact, we have efficient and cost-effective training. We have a certain kind of standardization in training environments. And we can have application in safety place of what could be riskful situation. In both cases, we can have a performance tracking and data insights, which are very important to design even better learning paths. And on top of all, the advantage of using open source development is cost-effective and scalable solution, a community-driven support of the software development, a customability of all the aspects of the platform, and long-term and adaptability of the solution chosen. The project outcome is what I said many times. Okay, I'm out. Okay, time to go. anyway, this is the last, and this is the very last slide. So thank you all